Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Just as I'm sitting down to film, it's like a torrential downpour. So if you can hear that, I'm so sorry. I'm in like an office building. When it rains really hard, it's really noisy in this building. So I do apologize if you can hear that. But today we are doing a speed reviews. It's been a hot minute. I have a few products here that I've been testing out, not a ton. Hopefully we'll actually do a speedy one this time. I always say that and then ramble on for half an hour. So we'll do our best. But let's start out with some skincare. So I've been testing out this cleanser for a while now. This is the BFF Best Face Forward Purifying Cleanser. This is their BHA cleanser. This has salicylic acid in there. It has aloe vera, green tea, all the things. I got this in a BoxyCharm by Ipsy. It's cruelty-free and vegan, checks a lot of the boxes. It foams up really nicely, but it has such a strong, like, perfumey fragrance. I was quite surprised because generally with cleansers, fragrances don't bother me too much because you're putting it on and then immediately rinsing it off. But this one does seem to bother my skin some. Not so much that I will stop using it, but enough where if I had another cleanser on hand, I would probably be using that. So I will use this until another cleanser comes into my life. The thing about the fragrance in here is that it does make my skin a little bit itchy. So I noticed after I started using this that my forehead was itching when I was going to bed, and I typically use a cleanser like this at nighttime. In the morning, I just cleanse my skin with like micellar water. At nighttime, I do a double cleanse, so I'll do an oil cleanser and then I'll do something like this. And I was noticing when I was going to bed at night that my forehead was really itchy. So I'm trying to make sure when I'm using this that I'm really rinsing it all off and there's no like residue left on my skin or anything like that. But I do think if you're sensitive to fragrance, this is probably going to bother you. I generally don't have that type of a reaction, especially with a cleanser. So it's not my favorite. It's fine. I like the ingredients. I love that it's vegan, love that it's cruelty free. It's just maybe not the best option for me. She's really coming down out there. So the other product I've been testing out is this one here. So this is the Selfless by Hyram Daily Barrier Support Moisturizer. This has niacinamide in it. You guys know that I love that. This is a skincare brand by Hyram. He collaborated with the LYS to come out with this brand. It used to be at Sephora. I think it might be at Target now. We don't have Target in Canada. So let us know in the comments down below if you live in the States if this is available now at Target. I do believe I saw that online. But I am liking this. It says it's daytime and nighttime, and I have been using it daytime and nighttime. However, it's a little on the lighter side. So I think this is going to be a good moisturizer for somebody who has more like oily or combination skin, or if you like to use a really lightweight moisturizer during the day underneath of your makeup. I think this is a nice option for that. If you like something really rich and heavy, this is not that. It is very much like more of that gel type of consistency you see. I think it's really nice. It's a lot more like a water cream type of texture if you're familiar with those types of products. It has a nice just like skincare smell. I don't think there's a ton of like, I don't think there's any added fragrances in this brand. So whatever the smell is, it's just nice and clean smelling. This does leave a nice glow on my skin, but it's not greasy or anything like that. It soaks into the skin really nicely. I think this is a really nice option. I think this moisturizer is great for like your basic moisturizer needs, right? It's got some nice ingredients. It's nice and lightweight. It layers well with other serums. I can put an oil over top of it at nighttime to give it that richness that I'm looking for in the evening. I've had no issues layering this with any sunscreen, any primer, foundation. I haven't had any issues with it pilling or anything like that. So I am really liking it. It's a nice option. I don't know that it like blows me out of the water necessarily, but I think the price point on these is also really good. So if you've been looking for a good, just like gel moisturizer, water cream type of product, I think this is a really nice option. But if you like something rich and thick, I would stay away from this because it's just not that. Okay, that was it for skincare this time. Like I said, I don't have a lot of things to go through. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, the rest is all makeup. It's all makeup. So today is the 14th of September when I'm filming this. My birthday is on the 19th of September. So I went into Sephora and I got my little birthday gift. because there was nothing that I needed to order. I was really proud of myself for not just like making an order for the sake of getting my birthday gift. I do very often do that. I decided to go with the Ilia option. I don't have the mascara with me. I tucked it into my backups drawer because I have used this mascara before. The mascara that comes in the set is the Limitless Lash Mascara, and that's the one that I like from Ilia. And the other product that came in this set was this little multi-use stick. So this is the multi-stick, and it's in the shade At Last. It's a really pretty shade. So this is the type of product where there's the color right there. Really nice for like my skin tone, right? So it's one of those products you can use on lips or cheeks. I have used it for both. I don't like it for the lips. It has a weirdly, I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, it has like a grittiness to it when I put it on my lips. I don't like the way that that feels. Just feels, I don't know, just feels unpleasant. But in terms of a blush, I think it looks really pretty. I think it looks very natural, blends out really nicely. However, I don't think it has a lot of staying power. So I think with a product like this, you're gonna have to do like your cream blush, set your face, and then set it down with a powder blush in order to get longevity out of it. I prefer to not have to layer 2 or 3 blushes to have my blush last. If I'm using a cream blush, I would like for the cream blush to last at least the majority of the day. And this one doesn't really do that. So just keep that in mind if this is a product that you've been thinking about trying. Maybe see if you can get this as the birthday set and try it out for yourself. My face is looking very shiny, so we're just gonna do one of these. It's looking a little crazy. So I'm not wowed by this. I think it's fine. It's not worse than some other cream blushes that I've tried, but it's certainly not the best cream blush that I've ever tried. So I was glad, that was like the whole reason that I picked this, was to try something else from Ilia. So I was glad that I had the chance to do that. Now let's talk about what I have on my lips today. So this is a product that I got again in a boxy charm. So this is the Missha Beauty Lip Shine Sheer Lip Balm. So there's really no information on the little box. I don't really know why I kept it. I guess just for the name. I think I was worried that the writing was going to wear off. But I do remember when I got this in a boxy charm, in the description it said that this is one of those like pH changing lip balms. I beg to differ. So this is what it looks like here. I have it on my lips today with a lip liner. I just have on the NYX Nude Pink lip liner. This doesn't change on your lips. It goes on clear. It's a clear lip balm. All that to say, it's a nice clear lip balm. Feels really nice on the lips, has a little bit of shine, but not a lot. But I have worn this various times on bare lips and like looked in the mirror at different times to see if it was changing, and it doesn't. And actually, I think the day that I unboxed this on the video, I think the day that I unboxed this in a video with you guys in that BoxyCharm unboxing, we tried it on then and nothing happened. So just keep that in mind if you see this come up in like your choice items for BoxyCharm, or you see it pop up in like drop shop sales or something like that. If you're looking for a pH changing lip balm, this is not that. Okay, now let's talk about a couple of cheek products that I have on today. First up is the LYS Beauty Bronzer Stick. So this is the No Limits Cream Bronzer Stick, and I have the shade Harmony, which is the medium shade. I have this on today as my bronzer. This is the creamiest bronzer stick I've ever tried. So I can't, because this shade is a little deep for me, I can't just draw this onto my face. It's much too dark. I'll show you a swatch on my hand. This is the swatch. It's because the lighting, hold on. If I turn down the lights, it's pretty deep, right? I mean, my hand is way more tanned than the rest of my face. So the first time I used this, I went way overboard and I was like, whoa, 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 Jamie, calm down. I already have a tendency to go heavy-handed with my cheek products. So what I like to do with this is I don't even like, it's like flush with the packaging. I don't even like twist it up a bunch. I literally just, there's a dog hair on it. I literally just take my bronzer brush and like tap it and then start tapping onto my skin. So with that method, it works very well. It blends out like a dream. This is probably the easiest to blend cream bronzer that I have in my collection. It's very creamy. It's so creamy. I did notice, and actually one of you guys pointed out to me when I unboxed this, I got this in a BoxyCharm. When I unboxed this, I was like, oh, the color seems a little bit deep. And somebody mentioned in the comments, like, oh, I have the same color in the powder bronzer, and it's actually not that crazy dark. And I went home and I checked in my collection, and actually I do have the same color as well in the powder, and I love that. So that's actually in my current Shop My Stash, the powder bronzer in the same color. So I have Harmony in both. I do think that the bronzer stick comes off a little bit darker than the powder bronzer, probably just because you're getting more of a concentrated application, but I love this. If you've been eyeing these and wondering if the formula is good, I think this is very good. Highly recommend if you like a creamy formula. And if I don't normally draw a stick onto my face anyway, if I was going to, it would be a formula like this that's super, super creamy. So if I had the lightest shade, I probably could just draw it on. I still think you'd get a lot of product on your face though. It's very, very, very emollient, but really beautiful product. Very happy with that. Really happy that I got to get that in a BoxyCharm because I have had that in my cart more than once on the Sephora website. The other product that I have on my cheeks today is the Anastasia Stick Blush. And I have the shade Pink Dahlia. Again, got this in a BoxyCharm. Love when we get these like mainstream brands in BoxyCharms. So this is what I have on for my blush today. I don't have any highlight on today because I also have on the Anastasia Luminous foundation. So I'm like, and I have a combo skin type. So I was like, oh, shiny enough. But this is what I have on for my blush today. This is the shade right here. I think it's a really pretty pink color. Much more like bubblegum pink than any other cream blush that I have in my collection. I really like this formula. I will never use this brush. I just won't. It's so stiff and small and weird. And again, what I like to do with my cream blushes is like take them on my brush like this and then put them on. So that's how I applied that today. It looks really nice. I do find that this one lasts really well on the skin compared to like the Ilia one. I probably, like today I'm working until 7. It's like a 10-hour day, 11-hour day. This probably won't last that long, but things won't start to fall apart till like 4 o'clock. And by then, like the lights are getting dimmer in the salon and maybe it's not so noticeable. So really like that one. If you've been eyeing the Anastasia Stick Blush formula, I really like it. I find it, like I said, it blends well, it lasts well, the color is beautiful. I don't find it lifts up my foundation underneath. It doesn't look patchy. As it wears off throughout the day, it doesn't look patchy. It just kind of like, you know, gently wears off. So really like that one a lot. Again, really pleased that I got that. And lastly, I just have 2 eyeshadow palettes to talk about. So I got the Violet Voss Berries and Cream Dreams palette in a BoxyCharm. Looks like this. This is stunning. This is the same great Violet Voss formula that I know and love. So if you have other Violet Voss palettes in your collection and you've been eyeing this one, this is that same great formula. I think I've used every color in the palette at this point. I've created a bunch of different looks with it. I really like, even though this is like a berry kind of toned palette, I really like that some of the transition colors are more neutral. So you don't necessarily go into this and automatically get a pink look. You really can get, like if you cover up those, you really can get like a neutral look out of this. Really just this trio here. So I really love this a lot. Very pleased to have that in my collection. I have a little blush palette from them that kind of matches this and it looks like a little set and I love that. So really pleased with that. I wanted to mention it because I know a lot of you guys really like the Violet Voss formula and I suspect that this will be available on like the Ipsy website because I got it through BoxyCharm. So if you see it pop up and you're a Violet Voss fan and you like the color story, I would go for it. It's a great little palette. And then last but not least, we'll talk about the palette I have on my eyes today, and that's the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette. So this palette has been on my loves list on Sephora. The only thing on my loves list on Sephora is eyeshadow palettes. I just want you guys to know that. They're just palettes that I want or lust after. So this one has been on my list pretty much since it came out. I think it came out around the same time as the Natasha Denona Retro palette, which I have and love. So I kind of justified like not getting this because I was, well, I got the Retro palette and you know, they're kind of a similar color story. No, they could not be more different. I love this. This is such a unique palette to my collection. I really love, as you guys know, these like pink leaning, mauve leaning, berry sort of color palettes. I really love that like color family on my skin tone. And this one I thought would be kind of more of that same thing, and it's not. It's much more cool toned. It's like very like taupey pink vibes rather than that warm like berry pink vibes. The finishes in here are so unique and different. So on my eyes today, I started my look with this light pink color called Cherished, and then I built up the crease with this color here called Happiness, and then I took a tiny bit of this color called Aura into like the outer corner just to deepen things up a little bit, and then I took this color called Moon Magic, which is like, there's so many cool like shifty colors, but it's like this sparkle that goes from pink to blue, and it's just so pretty. I hope that it's picking up on camera. Every shimmer that I've used out of this palette has been very unexpected once I've put it on my eyes. Everything has been really beautiful. These blend really great. I have never used a Huda Beauty palette before, so this is a first experience for me. I have heard that these larger palettes from her are her best formulas. I've heard mixed reviews on her smaller like 9-pan palettes, but I'm really pleased with this one. It makes me want to buy other palettes from her, which is like not a thing that I need. But this was one of those where I went on to YouTube one day and somebody had wrote in the community tab that they saw these palettes were on sale like half off, and I don't know how long the sale went on for. I think it was just for a few days, but I picked it up for half price. So I'm very pleased now that I had it on my loves list for so long and that I waited and got that super deal. But it's just so different, so many unique finishes. It's really pretty. I went out to dinner with some friends on Friday night and they were like, ooh, what's on your eyes? And it was this Cosmic Love color right here. Really love it, really happy with it. If you've had this on your loves list and you were wondering, I think it's great. I think it's really great. So that's all I have for you guys today. I think there was just 7 or 8 products this time. It's probably like the shortest speed reviews I've ever done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. Bye.